crisis. You bring it, you prepare during the period of crisis, and then during the crisis, you utilize the resources. So we build a stabilization fund. I think the evidence is there for everybody to show that with that, effort. First, we took 250 million Ghana cedis, when we had crude oil price falls and the rest. Then we took, another, this time around under COVID, we took, this time around under COVID, we took 250 million US dollars, not cedis, to support COVID. I think we all know that for a fact. So that should tell you that the objectives were being achieved. The last two, we said, look, we are spending the money in the budget itself, on small projects, So why don't we, set up, something to tackle commercial projects? That's the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund, right? And then we said debt is a problem for us. So let's put some of the money when we cap the stabilization fund if it's becoming too much to tackle debt. So this is a comprehensive approach. You can see that we are tackling almost every aspect. When revenue is good, you put some money aside, right? You manage expenditure. When you borrow, you have a mechanism for paying down and the rest. So when I say that we could be doing better, is that if we have been able to put these mechanisms in place, and we have been able to implement them with one oil field, and especially when crude oil prices fell in 2015 and 2016, we continued, such that we were able to have money in the kitty to pay off the balance of the first sovereign bond, and then also pay off the first balance, the balance left on the first sovereign bond, which started to reduce the rate at which we were borrowing, did some refinancing and other, and started investing in Terminal 3 and the rest and all those, It showed that, with 3 oil fields instead of 1, we could have done better, right? This is a context in which I always say that we could have done better. We shouldn't have been in a situation where you leave a debt of 57% under the new basis, and now it is, close to 80%, with even the revision that the IMF, just did. And some believe it's because we are in a new GDP series. Otherwise, we would have been above, 80%. And in all probability, by the time we get to the end of the year, if we don't change, we'll be in that deficit. You ended the year with 6.1, not 10.3, it's 6.1%. And now we are taking it to, IMF has just revised to 15%, almost 3 times, right? It's like saying that 3 times is like saying that, you worsen the situation with every oil field, yes. Which shouldn't be the case. So this is a context which I wanted to explain when I say that, I believe strongly that we could have done. And mind you, oil prices went up from 2017. Of course, they went down during COVID, but they are going up, right? And against 3 oil fields. So against 70,000 and sometimes less than 70,000 barrels per day, which was supposed to be 110,000, now we are able to do nearly 200,000 barrels. So we have price favoriness, and we have, some debt settled, money left in stabilization and other funds, and yet still we are in this condition. This is the context in which. So we should find why we are in this situation.